Good evening from Monachino Winery. I'm Joel Crean and this is Weeknights. Tonight I'm sitting down with National Senator Barnaby Joyce for a one-on-one chat. We're talking Murray-Darling Basin in the wake of the MDBA's report, which was released on Monday. Students from Euroa have been assessed and are in the running for 2 fire awareness awards. We'll get more on that soon. And we'll check back in with the boys at GV Health's IT department who let themselves grow for November. Right now it's local news time. Let's go to Julie Snook in the newsroom.
Here I am, Joel, and here are the police as well. Our men and women in uniform say they will be targeting antisocial behaviour this weekend as part of a massive statewide campaign. Operation Unite has been launched for the 5th time and will see officers flood the streets to combat alcohol-related crime. The last Operation Unite saw 120 people arrested across Victoria. A firefighter has been treated for minor injuries after yesterday's house fire in Cobram. A home in Blackwood Crescent was damaged when the blaze broke out around 1 p.m. The CFA says the home was fully engulfed when crews arrived, but it's too early to determine what started the fire. Another day in court for the teenager accused of stabbing a Kialla man during a violent home invasion last year. Bill Hickford was stabbed 13 times, allegedly by the 17-year-old. The accused is facing aggravated burglary and attempted murder charges. We'll get another look at today's news soon, but in the meantime, here's Joel talking Murray-Darling Basin with National Senator Barnaby Joyce.
Barnaby, you are a man who lives in the food bowl like 2 million other Australians. How are you feeling about the latest release of the Murray-Darling Basin plan?
Well, I get frustrated because I don't see the detail. I get frustrated because, like everybody else, I look up my town, and like people look up Shepparton or look up Albury or look up Mildura, I look up St George and say, well, what is actually going to happen to St George? And of course, I see the lower Ballon, and down here you might see the Murray-Goulburn, or you might see the Murray or the Murrumbidgee, but I can't actually find out what's actually happening to my town. After all these socio-economic studies, I don't know whether I should buy another house, sell my house, tell the kids to move out.
And what the future is for
And what the future is. I mean, we don't know. And because they haven't done the diligence of actually putting the calculation together. They've given us this answer, this on Globo answer. The answer is 2,750. Yeah. It's a bit like the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Murray-Darling Basin. Instead of the answer being 42, it's 2,750. And then you say, well, okay, where exactly is this water coming from? What exactly are you using it for, and how are you going to get it there? And because they won't give us that information, we have immense uncertainty.
What are you hearing elsewhere as part of your travels? I mean, St George, for example.
Well, let's start from first principles. Australians in this part of the world and in Griffith did what our nation asked them to do. They went out to the remoter areas, they scratched out a living from the dirt, they built irrigation communities, they fed their nation and fed the world. And now the government is coming back and saying, oh, well, we think that somehow you're not righteous, you're immoral, that, you've done something wrong. No, they've done something right. They've done the most honourable thing you can possibly do, and that is feed people, and created the commerce which sustains community and sustains our nation. This is the food basket of our nation. It is responsible for 40% of the agricultural output. Any person who's ever pushed a shopping trolley has ownership of the Murray-Darling Basin because it is the price of your vegetables, the sustenance from spuds to onions to carrots to tomatoes to citrus. Yeah. This is where this is the predominant area where it comes from. Where's this logic about just shutting everything down? We bring in a carbon tax and shut down manufacturing. We get the Murray-Darling Basin plan wrong. We shut down agriculture.
Do you have faith in the authority and in the government and the minister delivering a viable and workable option?
Well, we'll be part of the process to try and make sure we drive them to that. And if we don't think we get there, we'll just say, we'll say we have to vote against it. Yeah. But we want to be positive. Yeah. We want to try and drive this agenda. We want to protect the interests of people. We are literally like their defence attorney in this, so we must stay at the table. The Greens have just said no and walked out the door. They've left. They just want to throw the whole thing out because they think more water should come out. They want to shut the whole show down because they're nihilists. They won't be happy till we're content hunters and gatherers on the forest floor eating beetles and nuts. I believe that the authority has done the work. I just think that the minister in his oversight of the report has said, oh, well, we better leave all those details out. And the classic one is the shade-in factor, the so-called X factor. I thought it used to be a program on television. Maybe it stands for Nick Xenophon. I don't know what it is, but it can have a massive effect on towns like the one we're in today.
Consultation starts in Shep on December 13 and we go to Deniliquin on the 16th. Are you encouraging people to get along to this consultation and have your voice heard?
You must take ownership of this. Just think of the way they've structured it. They've released a plan the day after we've left Parliament, so we can't really debate it in Parliament. They've had the consultation period over the Christmas holidays when most people are with their kids and with their families having Christmas. If we lose sight of this, they'll say, oh, well, there wasn't really a problem. There wasn't much of an issue. Everyone's kind of happy. And it'll get locked in, and if it happens in the wrong manner, you lock in poverty in perpetuity. You literally shut down towns. And it's not just the irrigators, because they'll be affected, but they'll collect their money and be paid out and go.
Communities.
Yeah, it's communities. It's the person out there in the house who says, well, hang on, my house and my street, which I've paid off, and I've spent my whole life saving and scrimping to pay it off. You've now just pulled the economic rug straight out from underneath it. What do I do?
Yeah. Barnaby Joyce, thank you very much for your time on Weeknights. Great to have you back in, Chef. Good luck with the plan.
Thank you very much.
A group of students from Euroa will find out tonight how fire aware it is, with the 2011 Fire Awareness Awards being announced very soon. What are they nominated for? Well, Ashley Gardner went to find out for Weeknights.
A group of Euroa secondary college students were hard at it this week, completing their minimum skills for the CFA. These students are part of the Advanced program, an elective offered at the local school. Program coordinator Karen Patterson says it's a big day for the young firefighters.
Today's the big culmination of all the fun that they've been having throughout the years. So we've got the CFA assessor here, and he's putting them through all the rigmarole in order to be a big firefighter.
She says the program's been running since the start of the year.
We're dealing with 14 to 15-year-olds. They're in Year 9. They've been working on this for 4 periods on a Wednesday since February, and we've got around 19 students involved.
Neville Patterson of the CFA has been involved in Advance. He says the program allows the teams to obtain their minimum skills at a younger age.
But this gives them a whole 12 months of working towards their minimum skills, so they are really quite well trained and ready to do that.
But he says it's not just the skills in firefighting that they'll take home at the end of the day.
Just not been working towards their CFA final assessment, minimum skills, which is happening today, but we've also put a lot of emphasis on teamwork and leadership, the kids showing leadership and taking on areas of roles and leadership within their crews. So they've had to do a lot of leadership work and be responsible for themselves and learn to be responsible for their gear. And they've also needed to work on the disciplines in life that you need to be ready, prepared, turning out on time and prompt and reliable.
The program has been such a success that it's one of the finalists in the Fire Awareness Awards on tonight.
Well, we've been nominated in 2 categories for the Fire Awareness Awards, and the first one is the youth category and the second one is a big community one. So it's just trying to put the skills into the kids, back into their families for fire awareness for the summer months.
I think we'll just be lucky enough to be nominated to be in the final, so I think that's a real privilege to do that.
Karen says she looks forward to the program continuing into the future.
They're a bit hesitant to start off with because we were really pushing leadership and ownership and working together as a team, which is probably something a bit new for this year level, but they've really come together, and today they are just showing us some fantastic skills, and fortunately the assessor is really impressed with what's going on here. So it's been a long haul, but it's been worthwhile.
We'll catch you back here soon for more Weeknights from Monokino.
More news when Weeknights returns, then we catch up with the guys from GV Health's IT department as they lose their mows. That's coming up on the other side of this break. You're watching Weeknights. Stay with us.
I'm addicted, wanna jump inside your love.
Welcome back. You're watching the Valley's own Weeknights. Well, it's the first day of December, the first day of summer, and it's also the day to lose your mow after another successful Movember campaign. At the start of last month, we caught up with a team from GV Health who were taking part in the Movember celebration. So at the end of it all, we sent Emily Wisham back for an update. Here it is.
Well, you met them at the beginning of the month when the hair on their lips was little more than stubble. But now the end of Movember is wrapping up, and so are their mows.
We have a group at GV Health, Tash Converters. So there's about 15 of us who have raised money for Movember this year.
The GV Health Tash Converters have managed to raise in excess of $1,000, with more money to come.
We've raised around $1,000, but the staff at the hospital have run a cake stall today, so I'm hoping to add to that by a few $100s as well today.
Movember is held all through November to raise awareness about men's health issues like prostate cancer and depression.
I guess just to raise awareness of men's health issues, depression and prostate cancer. I work on the medical ward here and we see a lot of people with those issues, so it's good to support something like that.
Dave says these are issues that are not talked about enough.
Yeah, it's definitely a good message. Men's health doesn't get a lot of media, I don't think. Prostate cancer is not a sort of sexy thing to talk about, so it's good just to raise awareness in that way. And I think, with the number of Mo's around the hospital, it's sort of, everyone supports a good cause, and that's the biggest feedback I've had, is everyone's sort of, happy to chip in money for supporting a good cause like that.
As our own Joel Crean knows all too well, it's time for the Mo to go. And for Dave's family, it's not a moment too soon.
Tonight, my wife's given me instructions. As soon as I get home tonight, I've got to shave it off, so I'm looking forward to that.
Now, I did shave mine off a day or so early, but I just want to thank those people who donated to my Mobro site. You helped me raise $1,290 for men's health, particularly the Prostate Cancer Foundation and Beyond Blue. Whether you like it or not, the Mo was a great talking point for a top cause. Now, with another look at today's local news headlines, it's over to you, Julie.
Joel, a big congratulations to all those guys there that braved Movember. But on behalf of all the girls, we'd like to say we're glad to see them gone. Taking a look at news now, and the Nagambie bypass is starting to take shape and motorists are starting to make use of the work that's been done. The first part of the bypass, the northbound section, opened to traffic yesterday. The bypass has been 2 years in the pipeline and is expected to be complete by 2012. A study has been done and presented to the council in Mansfield looking at the effects of groundwater in surface water across the region. The Shire will use the findings to look at how best to use water into the future and how to manage catchments while planning for growth. And police in Shepparton have been telling us for months now, but the figures are out and we're again being urged to lock our cards to deter thieves. Vic police stats show there's been a 64% jump in thefts from vehicles since the survey began in September of 2009. We're off to a break on Weeknights right now. Lots more to get through, including this. Steph is back with this weekend's hottest gigs and details on some big summer events when Weeknights returns. And see what's hot at Harvey Norman this week, just in time for Christmas with Will. This is Weeknights, back in a few moments.
Steph's back in the 96.9 Star FM studio, raring to deliver another gig guide before the weekend. It's over to you, Steph.
Thanks, Joel. The Moray the Water Ski Club has live and free entertainment every Thursday, Friday and Saturday night with a cover band for 60s to 80s music called Heartbeat on tomorrow night from 7:30 p.m. Otherwise, if you want to head out Saturday night, another cover band called Entourage are kicking off from 9 o'clock. And hurry up and get your tickets for the Red Hot Summer Tour that's happening January 5 next year, with a fair chunk of stardom coming to the GV Hotel with In Excess, James Rain and Vanessa Amorosi. It's going to be an awesome night for a live one on the Foreshore's biggest concert of the year. Now, Shep Sounds have been performing at Letitia's this week. I've brought the most talented singers of the GB all together. Local girl Jalen Smith is on tonight from 7:30. Otherwise, head out tomorrow to Letitia's to catch Matt Arter. Now, Jordan and I have had these guys in the Star FM studios this week, and they sound absolutely awesome. If you want to head in there, starts at 7:30. It's a gold coin donation, and it all goes to charity. Plus, you can even pick up their CD, which is $10 as well. If you want to head out to the Yahoo Bar this weekend on Friday, Ryan Meeking and the Manners are playing, plus Sweet Az Taylor and DJ Bung. Otherwise, head out Saturday for a dance with Mason Johnson, with Tom Lawless and Luke Ellis. If you want to head out for a dance, doors open at 10 o'clock. And if there's an event you want us to know about, find Weeknights GV on either Facebook or on the Twitter and let us know. Have a great weekend, and I'll catch you same time next week.
And if you want to leave your gig details on our website, or you've got a story suggestion for us, it's weeknights.com.au. We'll check those gigs again next Thursday night. Time now we check local petrol prices, and if you're looking for a cheap place to fill up, Seymour is the best spot this week, unleaded averaging $1.39 a litre, only slightly more for drivers in Wallen and Euroa. If you can avoid filling up in Yarrawonga, you'll save a few cents. It's pushing up around $1.50 up that way. Diesel is surprisingly cheapest in Yarrawonga though this week, $1.47.9, and it's most expensive at Benalla, $1.53. Well, it's time now to put up your Christmas tree, and if you haven't already, then you should probably start writing your list and checking it twice. So, with some gift ideas for this Christmas, it's over to Will.
G'day, it's Will here, letting you know what's hot right now at Harvey Norman in Shepparton and Deniliquin. And just in time for Christmas, a good little cleaning solution, Tilly, the Bizzle Little Clean Green Machine, looking awesome.
Yeah, it's a great little compact green machine. It's fully recyclable plastic, so it's always environmentally friendly. Great for those Christmas spills that you have when you have 20 odd people and have that little accident. Simple to use, compact, extra long cord so you can pull it as far as you want and all that sort of stuff. Great little handy trigger and brush, great for it all.
Looking good. So that's the Bizzle Little Green Clean Machine, the portable shampoo spot cleaner, but it's also the entire Bizzle range available at Harvey Norman.
Yeah, it is. We've got quick washers, power washers and pet washers, plus all the other detergents and sprays to get those tough stains out and to make your house smelling really fresh for your Christmas days.
And talk about what's hot, Harvey Norman computers. Daniel, I was excited when they had wireless controllers. Now they've done away with the controller with the Xbox 360.
They sure have, Will. Look, this is the Kinect. This is the sensor we're talking about. This will actually sensor your face and sensor your movements, and you don't need a remote.
So your body's the actual controller for the games.
Exactly right. You move. When you move, it moves with you.
And it's not just about the gaming either.
No. This here, it's a 250 gig console. You can put media, you can put internet, you can put anything on this.
So you can actually press play on your DVD and favourite movies with your hand without touching anything.
Exactly right. Exactly right.
And it's good to see that Harvey Norman, they've got good bundles, good family Christmas gifts.
That's exactly right. This one here that I'm holding in my hand, this one comes with Connect Adventures, which is a sporting game. Also, you get the Carnival Action game, which is basically your carnivals. You've got all your carnival games, ball in the hole and everything like this. 250 gig bundle, this is what I was talking about with the Connect, and you also get Xbox Live for free for 3 months.
And for what's hot in Harvey Norman bedding, well, a chance to maybe treat yourself to a bedroom makeover or spruce up the spare room before the rallies come to stay for Christmas. Jules, what's looking fantastic here? The range is just sensational.
Oh, well, we've got great sheet sets here, quilt cover sets. We've got a great range of pillows, quilt coverlets, just everything here.
Absolutely, and the top of the line range as well.
Yeah,
too.
like you see, we've got Da Vinci here, Linen House to the side here. We've got a wide range.
And for what's hot at Harvey Norman Furniture, what's the point of being on holidays if you can't relax? And these lifestyle chairs, I want one. They're looking good.
Well, I mean, they're great here. I mean, the four that we've got here, they're ranging from the price of $499 to the price of $1,999. So a chair to suit all budgets, really.
Fantastic. And it's all about the comfort and the features. I think we can definitely relax. You can find out what's hot right now at Harvey Norman in Shepparton and Deniliquin for the best range, the best price and best advice. See ya.
It's time for Thursday Sport right now on Weeknights.
Weeknights Sports Report brought to you by Darrell Tweet Volkswagen and the all-new Tiguan from $32,990 drive away.
Well, we're coming up to round 8 of Golden Valley Bowls Division 1, and isn't time flying when you're having fun? A couple of upsets last week, and of course, Euroa went down to Hilltop. I actually picked the Maggies, but they weren't good enough in the end. Let's take a look at round 8 matches for this weekend in the Golden Valley Bowls Division 1. Kyabram 5th, they take on Shepparton Golf, who are first. And with Robinson and a couple of other stars in that team, I can't see Kyabram defeating Shepparton Golf. So it looks like it'll be another win to the Golf. Shep Park, they're 4th. They take on East Shepparton, who are in 6th spot. And this is going to be a game that is so important come finals. One of these teams is going to miss out. There's no question about that in the finals. And it might even be the latter. Stanhope, 9th. They take on Euroa, 8th. This is important as well. I can't see Euroa making the finals, but what I can see is Stanhope pushing and shaping it. So this becomes very important for the guys from Stanhope and the ladies, of course, on their home green. Hilltop, they're 7th. They take on Shepparton RSL, who are in 3rd spot. RSL, and I'm looking forward to seeing how they go away from home. And in the final game, it's Mooroopna Golf, 10th, taking on Mooroopna, who are in 3rd. So here's all my winners and margins for this weekend's round 8 of matches in Golden Valley Bowls Division 1. Shep Golf by 14. It'll be 2 close games coming up. East Shepparton by 4 and Stanhope by 3. It'll be Shep RSL by 21. And the big one, it'll be Mooroopna by 40 shots over Mooroopna Golf. So there you have it. That's everything covered. All sports right here on Weeknights.
And with that last check of news headlines for your Thursday, it's back to you, Julie. What have you got for us?
Thanks, Joel. The parents of Sam Kaysen, who was killed in a quad bike accident during the last school holidays, have come out urging others to protect themselves by wearing a helmet. The 11-year-old boy from Numurkah was helping out at a friend's farm when the bike rolled, critically injuring him. His family has spoken to the ABC and says it's important to get the message out there to avoid another tragedy. There will be no private burn-offs in the Campaspe Shire this year, according to the CFA. This week marks the start of summer fire restriction season, and the authority says despite permits being available in other shires, this is not the case in the Campaspe region. And the convoy of the Great Victorian Bike Ride will head into Boort later today. The 4,000 participants will cover the 110 Ks after enjoying a rest day in Echuca yesterday. They've welcomed the cooler weather after battling 35-degree heat in Swan Hill earlier this week. Speaking of weather, let's take a look at the local details. Here's tonight's McDonald's Weather Whiz Kid.
Hi, my name's Nisha and I'm in Year 4 at Lemnos Primary School. I'm today's Weather Whiz Kid. Here's the weather.
Checking what happened weather-wise today, Albury had clear skies reaching a top of 23, partly cloudy and 22 for Shepparton. Some clouds for Bendigo as well for 20, showers and 19 in Melbourne. Denny and Echuca both had partly cloudy skies for 22, a bit of cloud cover for Benalla 21, a bit cooler in Seymour for 19 degrees. Tomorrow there'll be partly cloudy skies for Albury with 24, Shepparton can expect sunshine at 25, sunny skies and 23 for Bendigo, Melbourne 21. Sunny at 24 for Denny and Benalla. Echuca will be heading for a top of 25, sunny skies and 23 in Seymour. Sunrise will be at 6 to 6 tomorrow with the sun setting at 8:21 in the evening. To the 3-day forecast now, in Shepparton can expect sunny skies tomorrow with a top of 25 degrees. A sunny weekend, 26 Saturday, 25 again Sunday. There will be plenty of sunshine for Benalla as well. 24 tomorrow's high, 25 right across the weekend. Echuca will enjoy some clear skies and a top of 25 tomorrow. A sunny 27 Saturday, 25 again Sunday, but it won't be as nice in Melbourne. Sunny at 21 tomorrow, then there'll be some clouds on Saturday, showers for Sunday, a top of 21 degrees expected all 3 days.
That was the weather. I'd like to say hello to all my friends and family.
That's it from the Weeknights team from Monachino Winery on this Thursday. Great spot to come and have a Chrissy drink. Get on out here if you can. The project is next. I'm Joel Crean. See you tomorrow night.